Hello everyone, and welcome to another royal reading here at Mad World Tarot. It's a Monday today as I'm doing these readings. I took a day off yesterday, not because I didn't want to do readings. I was desperate to do readings, and in fact I did do a reading on my other channel, but the energy was so bad, so scratchy and unstable that I ended up not uploading that reading. I wasn't happy with it. I might redo the reading later today. And on the royal side of things here where we are now, I just wasn't feeling it. Desperate, as I say, to read, lots of stories to look at, but my energy wasn't doing very well yesterday. Just strange times we're living in. I have the Deviant Moon Tarot on the tarot table today. We're looking at, obviously, the Prince Andrew scandal that is still unfolding. The book is out, I gather. Virginia's book is in bookshops in the UK now. But I've been keeping an eye on the royal website today, and it's changed. But it took an article in the Daily Mail to tell me that it's changed. Andrew is still there, and the exact same copy is still there. The only thing that has changed is that he's no longer the Duke of York. He is now just Prince Andrew. I'm incredibly disappointed and angry, and I can't imagine how disappointed and angry Brits are feeling about this, because there were signs and promises that changes would be made on the website. There was the assumption that Andrew would be removed from the website. So we're going to look at that. Going to look at really how bad this is for Andrew and how bad this is for the royals. Bad for Andrew in the sense that he's now been revealed to have been trying to dig up dirt on Virginia Giuffre, using her social security number, using the Metropolitan Police. They are looking into this now. So it could tend in the direction of criminal investigations. Fergie is rumoured to be going to do a sit-down interview in the United States and might throw Andrew under a bus. And so that's all pretty bad. And then there is the spectre of Andrew's mental health. And this was brought up the last time around when the Queen took away his HRH and his royal patronages. The first time around was this whole scandal when he paid Virginia Giuffre off to make the court case go away, the civil case go away. There was talk that they were worried about his mental health, that he might unalive himself. Similar vibe going around now, and I'm saying this because I've been sensing it, and I watched a bit of Amanda Ellis yesterday, and she kept saying that death word in his energy. So this is a bit of a random reading. I'm going to cover a lot of ground, hopefully quite quickly, with the Deviant Moon Tarot. We're going to ask, wow, there's the Nine of Swords. Okay, we're going to ask how he is, just how he's doing, and we're going to ask if he's coming to a sticky end. It's a grim question, but I'm going to ask it. I'm really going to ask who is it worse for, him or the royal family right now? The royal family is handling this situation so badly. We're going to look at Fergie. How's she doing? Is she going to turn on him? We're going to look at the website. Why was the change so pitiful that you couldn't even notice it unless the Daily Mail didn't helpfully point it out? How is the public going to feel about this? And then final question, I want to know what next for Andrew? Where's this going for him? How bad is it for him? How bad is it for the royal family? Could it be the end of Andrew? Could it be the end of the royal family? Not a very pleasant topic, insensitive topic, but it's tarot. That's what we do here, and we look at energy, and it is tarot, and it is for entertainment purposes, however unsavory the entertainment is. This card keeps showing this Nine of Swords, and of course it is all my opinion and all speculation. Just read energy, disclaimer in the box below. So we're just going to trace some of these random threads. It's not a very coherent reading. I like to try and keep my readings tighter than this, but not today. Sorry, endless shuffling. I know it makes an unholy clatter. It's the third time this card has shown. And the devil. Okay, all right. And it's all now collapsed. That's fine. that means the cards have a story to tell us, even if it's an incoherent story without a good story engine. We like to have a story engine here. We're not getting one. Still wonky energy. I'm kind of wonky. Nothing wrong in my world. Just jittery. It's jittery energy. And let's see where we're heading. What is going on with Andrew? What's going on with the royal family? Underlying energy. We got the Seven of Cups, and it's in reverse. It is his kind of energy, that water signy kind of Neptunian energy. In reverse, it's that the cold hard reality dawning, running out of options, running out of road. Upright, you've got the road, you've got the options, everything is possible. Let's play again later. No more playtime for you. Seven of Cups in reverse. Now you're dealing with reality. Finally. And it might be quite grim reality if this is the first time reality has intruded into his world. Quite amazing that he can get to be so old and reality only now dawns in his life. But I suppose that's the privilege of being a pampered prince. So the situation we're dealing with, that's the underlying energy. Here we are. Six of Pentacles. This is the charity card, but it's also a quid pro quo. Dishing out. What you put in is what you get out, kind of an energy. So I'm looking at how bad this is going to go for him, how badly it's going to go for him, how badly it's going to go for the royals, what's going to happen in their marriage. This is all a game of consequences, I guess. That Six of Pentacles is telling me we're dealing with consequences now. It's quite karmic. I wouldn't normally read it like that, but someone's dishing stuff out here, dishing justice out. Is he going to be on the receiving end, or is the royal family? Because really, today, just incredibly disappointing. And I'm a mere South African thousands of miles away, and I'm disappointed and angry. So let's get to it. Let's ask how he is doing right now. Oh yeah, okay. We might think this is a nothing burger, still on the royal website. Oh no, he's not a duke now, he's just a prince. Come on. But for him, this is devastating. This is betrayal, treachery. This is heartbreaking. This is the greatest pain any human has ever experienced. And yes, I'm being sarcastic. This is tarot, and this is my interpretation of that Three of Swords. But really, he is suffering. So let's ask the dreaded question, the tasteless, tactless question. Is it going to end badly for him? Is he at risk of doing something dangerous to himself? Let's put it like that for the sake of YouTube. Is that kind of energy around? Could be an Ace of Swords. I kept saying falling on his sword in the previous reading I did on, I think it was on Saturday. And there is a sword, and there is falling on, potentially with that Ace of Swords. So yeah, and I think we saw that Nine of Swords 3 times in the shuffling that I was doing. We were being given a little 3-card reading there about the level of stress and anxiety and worry that is going on. So I don't have any sympathy for the man, but yeah, he's not in a good place right now. Let's put it like that. How about Fergie? How's she doing? Strength card in reverse. Yeah, this is hitting her very hard as well. Very weak, very unwell. She could actually be physically ill. And I know she has had cancer, and we're all supposed to be terribly sorry for her because she has had various forms of cancer recently. Raise your hand who hasn't been exposed to cancer amongst their nearest and dearest, if not themselves. Yeah, no one. So boohoo. Strength card in reverse. Definitely this is more of a blow even for her than it is for Andrew, because this is her status, this is her ego that's been damaged here. His as well, let's not forget. But he's feeling the betrayal angle of it, because can't believe family's done this to me. Family promised, Charles promised mummy that he wouldn't, and now he has. Changed you from Duke to Prince on the royal website. But for her, this is a mortal blow, because she's the one with the earning power still, with her children's books and all the rest of it. Sickening thought that she's writing children's books. But this is hitting her very, very hard. Make no mistake about that. Is she going to turn on Andrew? Is she going to sort of rat him out, or oh la la, 5 of Swords. I thought for a wild moment it was the 7 of Swords, and I got terribly excited. The 5 of Swords is bad enough because it's fighting, and it's fighting in the sense that you're going to fight, you're going to win at all costs with that 5 of Swords. Always the hollow victory thing. There is nothing good about this card in this context. That they are at each other's throats, I should imagine, blaming, shaming. Really, apparently they live at opposite ends of that shabby royal lodge that they can't afford to maintain, and only appear together for moments when they need to, a bit like Harry and Meghan, I should imagine. Let's say allegedly, but. This is conflict, and this is somebody who's going to win. They're going to win at the expense of everyone else. So it looks like she could just decide to betray him and really leave him to suffer the consequences of this all by himself, even though she is just as bad, if not worse, when it comes to the whole Jeffrey thing and all the debauchery around it, and the greed and the grifting and all of that. I think they are just as much to blame. But it looks like she could really do a number on him with that 5 of Swords, my opinion. So let's look at the website, and why was this not changed apart from a quick search and replace? Why so little? It's about the royal family. It's a 4 of Wands. It's family and it's home. Don't want to upset them, the poor darlings. Royal family, putting the royal family first. Already shaky. The family relationships are shaky, and don't want to make it worse. And again, I'm getting the notion here of promises made to the late Queen, who also didn't do nearly enough to curb Andrew and Fergie. The only one who seemed to see the trouble was Prince Philip. And he just avoided Fergie at all costs. But it's for the sake of family, for the sake of peace in the family, and not making things more unstable, not rattling them more. So how about the public? How's the public feeling about this? I know how I'm feeling about it, and I have expressed it. How's the British public feeling about it? Ooh, this could be the end of Charles, and this is why I'm doing this reading, actually. Don't care if it's the end of Andrew, and that's a harsh thing to say, but that's my personal opinion. Virginia Giuffre, and I know some people are not sympathetic towards her, Lady C, cough cough, but she ended her life. Just saying. Emperor in reverse, they are done with Charles. They are absolutely done. Want him out, the Emperor. That's the king, and he's in reverse. Disappointed, angry, just like I'm disappointed and angry, and want him done. Go away. We don't want you. You don't represent us anymore. He's disappointed the British public on a number of fronts since becoming king. Started off not so badly, but it got significantly worse, in my opinion. Let's look at how bad this is all going for. Badly, goodness me. First of all, for Prince Andrew, where is this taking him in his journey? Got the Empress in reverse. Well, not good. Not good. That card is mother, And of course he doesn't have his mother around to protect him anymore. He always had her protection. She did finally do something way too little and way too late with him when this story first broke, and when Virginia Giuffre first tried to sue Andrew, but doesn't have her protection. But it's giving me a stronger and a more sinister sense than just no longer got mother's protection there. There's something more sinister in that. It's almost like going back into the womb. Mother in reverse. The Empress is about pregnancy and fertility, and it's in reverse. And I just have this visual of going back into the womb, and that doesn't bode well for him and his mental health and for his longevity, shall we just say. I don't want to dwell on that. I don't want to dwell on that energy, and I don't want this to be triggering at all. So let's move on to the royal family. And really, when I say the royal family, I really mean King Charles, I suppose. So how bad is this for him right now? Yeah, Knight of Swords in reverse. It is bad for him. It's bad for him. People could kind of rally around the idea that they're fed up with him, with that Knight of Swords. Because upright, the Knight of Swords is decisive, is wise, quick to act, do the right thing, intelligent, clear about their orders and their loyalties and their values. And it always, for me, has a kind of rescuer energy. I always say that. The Knight of Swords is in reverse. It's that people are saying you haven't done the right thing. You've been slow to act. You haven't responded the way we wanted you to respond. And we ourselves are going to take against you as a result. And not trust you, not respect you, not like you, not want you around for the long term. We might want a hasty exit, and the exit might be hastened as a result of this. So bad energy on this tarot table, and it doesn't bode well for Andrew. It doesn't bode well for his relationship with Fergie. It doesn't bode well for the king. Let's narrow it down to the king. And really, he has not done the right thing as far as British people are concerned. And he is going to pay consequences, I would say, for putting family feeling ahead of his duty to the British people. My opinion, of course. That's the reading. I'm going to look at the ramifications for Princess Beatrice and Eugenie next.